Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity on the Rivers virtual Sunday service for Sunday, February the 21st. I'm Rev Ogun Holder. So thrilled that you are here watching whenever you are, wherever you are, being part of this community, being inspired and being a light of the world right alongside us. Let us begin today with a centering prayer as we always do. So I invite you to close the eyes, perhaps place a hand on the heart. Take a deep breath and let us just center into this moment. And as we breathe, we allow any anxieties, any tensions, anything other than calm and presence to simply begin to dissipate with each out-breath. And with each in-breath, we open the heart and we center right here, right now in gratitude for this time of spiritual community, of connectedness beyond space and time. And during this time, as we begin our Lenten season, the opportunity to surrender, to release what no longer serves, and fall deeper into the divine essence that is God, that is us, that is the truth that lies under all. So grateful that you are here to share on this journey with me. And so it is, and so let it be. Amen and amen. We got a chock full music team today. We got music director Meg Rain, we got Lynn, we got Christine, we got Charlie on guitar, we got Brian, we got Keith. I don't even know that I need to be here today. I should probably just let these guys do their thing, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And I, as always, love the inspiration that these musicians provide. We're going to start it off with Keith and Brian, boys in the shed, trading their sorrows. Take it away, guys.
I'm trading my sorrows, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness, I'm trading my pain, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. And we say yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, amen. I'm pressed but not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned. I'm struck down, but I'm not destroyed. I'm blessed beyond the curse, for his promise will endure, and his joy's gonna be my strength. Your sorrows may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah, I'm trading my sorrows, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sickness, I'm trading my pain, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. And we say yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, amen. Yes, we say yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord, amen. Here we go. I'm pressed but not standing. I am struck down, but I'm not destroyed. I'm blessed beyond the curse, for his promise will endure, and his joy is gonna be my strength. And your sorrows may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hey, I'm trading my sorrows, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. Yeah, I'm trading my sickness, I'm trading my pain, I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. I'm laying them down for the joy of the Lord. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Woo! Thank you, Brian. Oh, that's so awesome. And we're just so delighted today to have Lynn Taylor and Charlie Farr with us, along with also our beloved Christine. Yay! And we're going to go forward with Let It Be, and hope you'll join us and sing along.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Or they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
That was beautiful. Thank you, guys. Good to have you back, Lynn. And let us prepare ourselves now for a time of going within, into the quiet, into the silence, for some meditation. And as we go into this time of meditation, I'll let Meg and Lynn take us in, but I want you to be open to the theme that we're going to be going into for the next few weeks. It is a season of Lent. I'll say a little bit more in our talk, but as I said in my opening prayer, this is a time where we focus on letting go, of releasing what no longer serves. So as you spend this time in the silence and the meditation, I invite you to really be open to hearing what that's about, what it's yours to release, in order that you may have a fuller experience of the divine. So allow you to find yourselves in whatever comfortable meditation position you want to be in. Gently close the eyes and connect with the breath as we go in with some music.
I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all my troubles. I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all my troubles. I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all my troubles. I surrender all.
So let's continue to settle into the moment by breathing. Allowing the body to relax even more with each out-breath. Allowing the heart to open even more with each in-breath. taking a moment to notice any points of discomfort or tension in the body. Just notice without judgment. And as you breathe, allow these points of tension to soften, to dissipate. Becoming fully more present in this moment, wherever you are, whenever you are. Allowing the thoughts and attentions to follow the inflow and outflow of breath. Let us arrive in this moment, the only moment there ever is. And as the heart opens even further, let us truly tune in and listen. Listen to that deep knowing of what is ours to release. Old resentments, lingering thoughts of anger, the hurt of being wronged, whatever might be there that stands in the way of feeling the fullness of God's presence, of the love that you are. Allow yourself to truly hear it. And just for today, see it surrounded by a warm pink light of love. You may not be ready to let it go, but just for today, let us be aware of it, notice it, and begin to surround it with love. Let us do this for a few moments in the silence. just for today. We allow the wounds, the hurts, the pain to be supported by love. Knowing that as we continue to love these places within us, they will eventually dissolve into a place of forgiveness, of acceptance, of oneness. We are here to be in full connection and community and love with each other. And we can only fully do that with a pure heart. So let us release and let go so that we might forgive and fully love. That is why we are here. And so it is. And so we let it be.
Be your will that I speak no more, and my voice be still as it was before. I will speak no more. I will abide until I am spoken for. If it be your will, if it be your will, that a voice be true from this broken hill. I will sing to you from this broken hill. All your praises they shall ring. If it be your will, then let me sing. If it be your will, then let us sing. If it be your will, then let us sing. If it be your will, then let us sing.
Beautiful. Lovely. Was that a Lynn Taylor original? No?
That's Leonard Cohen, the one in
That's right.
Leonard Cohen.
Beautiful. Leonard Cohen. So I wanted to put you guys on the spot, all of you, by asking you, have you thought about what you're giving up for Lent? Meg,
Oh, jeez.
40 bags of Lent.
you giving up what?
A bag a day of clutter in my house to give away
Oh.
to Leeward Lake.
I'm guessing Lynn's your roommate.
A bag a day, small or big, something that, can be let go of. You've got a lot. Too much. It's time to let go more.
All right. Anybody else? What are you giving up for Lent?
I think I would like to give up. I am often always working on self-judgment. So I will continue to work on letting go of self-judgment.
All right. Anyone else?
I was going to be in the same vein, actually, of letting go of self-doubt.
Mine was self-criticism, very similar also.
Are we all musicians?
I know, right? Aren't artists the most like critical
Yeah.
of
I think
themselves? Hey, let you in on a secret. There's a great talk series by a pretty cool minister called Radical Acceptance that you could find on Unity on the Rivers YouTube page.
I am reading the book right now.
Just saying.
Right now.
Thank you guys for winning. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I forgot to tell you.
I didn't get to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
That's all right.
I'm gonna let go of overdoing and overworking.
all right. Overdoing and overworking. That's yes. There we go. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I forgot to tell you, like, before we started recording, I was gonna ask you, but I'm like, they're professionals. They can handle it. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. But yeah, Lent is one of those interesting, like, religious holidays that has a really interesting, like, secular crossover. So, like, Christmas is like, even folks who are non-religious will honor Christmas, and this is the time of year where a lot of people are just going around asking, what are you giving up for Lent, and what you should give up for Lent, and that sort of thing. Whether it's like, as Meg is like clearing out some clutter, some people like to give up sugar for Lent, or some bad habit they've been engaging in. It was fascinating as I was trying to create this talk that I was like, why this feels like the year we should, like, actually for Lent give up Lent, because it feels like we've been in a whole year of Lent, like since this time last year, February going into March. We've had to give up so much. We didn't ask for it, but we've given up time with each other. We've given up a lot of the things we usually engage in. We've given up being in the same place together. We've given up so much over the past year in an effort to keep ourselves safe and keep each other safe and healthy during this time of the pandemic. So it almost feels like, we're piling on to say, hey, let's spend another 40 days giving up something else, right? But this time Lent, for those of you who are new to the concept, it comes out of the traditional church liturgical calendar. It's the 40 days, except Sundays. We're not counting Sundays, but it's the 40 days that are leading up to Easter, which arguably is the most important event in all Christendom. Jesus's resurrection from the dead is told in the Gospels. So this idea is that we spend these 40 days, again minus Sundays, leading up to Easter, preparing. In Christmas, in December, we had Advent, a time of preparation for the birth. Now Lent is a time of preparation for Easter, and traditionally it's a time of abstaining, of fasting, seeking atonement. It began this past Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, for those of you who might come out of more Catholic traditions or other traditions. There you see some folks online with ashes on their forehead, a reminder that we come from dust and we're going to return to dust. Like this is our cycle. And so it's almost a sense of being humbled, of invoking humility for this next period, and releasing ourselves, if you will. When we take a look at it in a more metaphysical, spiritual context, what we do here at Unity, it's really, first of all, the 40 days is common understanding that it's just the time that it takes. right? It's not, it's metaphysical, it's metaphorical. When you look at a lot of Bible stories, Moses and the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. Jesus was tempted for 40 days in the desert. These weren't literal times. These were just symbolic of, this is the process that we're in for as long as it takes us, actually in both the cases of Moses and Jesus, to release what no longer serves us so that we can step into our greatness. So if you look at the story of Moses, the reasons they had to wander for 40 years in the desert, they weren't lost, right? They actually made it all the way up to the edge of the promised land. They found it, but spies were sent in to look at it, and when they realized there were a lot of people already living there, and they were fearsome, and the folks freaked out and they got scared, and they're like, God brought us here to die, and they didn't believe that they could take that next leap. And the Bible, God says, well, because you don't trust me, you're going to wander around for 40 years until that original group of folks who came out of Egypt were dead, and only the new generation could step into the promised land. It was kind of a harsh response, but when we look at it, it's really that idea again of, what do we need to shed in order to experience the fullness of our potential? When Jesus was in the desert for 40 days before he started his ministry, after he was baptized, we read that he was tempted by the devil. And there were temptations around turning stones to bread because he was hungry, and jumping off the temple and let the angels save him. And, it is out of this story that we get everybody's favorite phrase, "Get thee behind me, Satan." Or if you want to update it for 2021, and "Not today, Satan." A lot of people say that, but that's where that comes from. But the idea again is, when we look at this metaphysically, it's a process of facing those for lack of a better term, I don't want to use this term, those our own inner demons, but really it's those egoic fears that we have, whether it be, as we talked about just at the beginning of this call, the self-doubt, or the self-criticism, or things like the need for instant gratification, or being in control, or holding on to resentments, all these things of the ego, of the personality, of the wounded, frightened self that we keep holding on to or refuse to face, or the things that potentially get in the way of experiencing our fullness. That's the opportunity to face those and let them go. We've been talking about this for weeks with the Radical Acceptance book, and that's what the process of that was. But that's truly the story of Jesus in the desert being tempted was all about. Him shedding those personality, egoic temptations and offerings in order to step into the fullness of who he was. And it's a bit of a paradox when we say it. We have to release in order that we can be full. Because what we're doing is, when we are releasing and when we are letting go, we are making space for the fullness of our divine potential to be realized. We're making space to live fully from love, to live fully in joy, to live fully in all that we are capable of. And when we sit in places of fear and self-doubt and criticism, when we allow the resentments to harbor within us, when we refuse to forgive ourselves and others, when we just walk through this life with those things, even if they aren't present of mind in any given moment, they're taking away our energy. They're slowing us down. They are holding us back. And while this is our ongoing journey, each and every day, each and every moment, I'm going to invite us during this time, the next few weeks leading up to Easter, to particularly focus on them, to really take all that we've learned the past 6 weeks from the Radical Acceptance and really, really put into practice on a daily basis. When I was talking about this talk with a friend of mine, she says, "So wait, Sundays we don't count as Lenten days? Do we get to take a break from the practice on Sundays? I said, no. Every day. So, it'll be some extra days. But the idea is, again, 40 is just a metaphorical idea of, as long as it takes us to be very mindful of those things within us. And if you want to start with the things you don't like about yourself, start there. But we all know the things. We all know the resentments. We all know the places of anger. We all know the things that we've avoided taking a true look at in order to begin to heal. Because again, as we talked about in the past 6 weeks, that's scary, because there's this potential for feeling the pain and reliving the painful experience that may have been the instigator for those resentments and those self-doubts and those criticisms. But this is the time we get to do it. It leads us up to Lent, leads us up to resurrection, which is our awakening, our full awakening, our true awakening. This is why we are here, folks. We are here to awaken. We're here to awaken so that we can be the fullest of who we're called to be, and therefore invite the world into the fullness of what it is called to be, so that we can all be living our bliss without these things holding us back. So we've got 6 weeks to really, really lean into this, to be brave, and to know that you're not alone. I'm here. I'll still be here for the next 6 weeks. I'm actually going to be here just for another 10 weeks. You've all heard by now, I trust by now, you've all heard about my decision to step away as being minister in Unity on the River. And my last date will be May 1st. It's about 10 weeks from now. And as I've really been also thinking about how do I want to experience these 10 weeks, the Lenten message is becoming very interwoven with it. What is it that I want to release? And what is it that I want to invite us all into releasing at this time? And I'm very grateful for those of you who've been attending Martha Creek's congregational dialogues. My understanding is some of that has been happening in that space. But here's what I want to invite you to do. And this one might be a little awkward. This one might be a little bit challenging. But part of the reason I want to invite you into it is it's because I want to really invite you as members of Unity on the River to begin over the next 10 weeks intentionally creating a clear space, a clear energetic space for whoever is going to be your next spiritual leader. And whenever that happens, the board's still talking around what's the process of how that's going to look like and the timelines. Again, 40 days, just a metaphor for as long as it takes. But in the meantime, I want to invite you into really clearing that space. And I'm going to begin by asking for your forgiveness. Over the last 6 years of being your minister, I am very aware that I have caused pain for some of you. Most of you are probably not on listening to the service right now who really want to hear this because of my actions and the pain it's caused you. You've chosen to leave the community. So if any of you listening now know some of those folks, please invite them to watch this talk. I am asking you, whether because I forgot your name, because I wasn't paying fully attention when you were talking with me, I forgot to send you an email, return a call, I didn't show up the way you expected me to show up, I didn't say the things you expected me to say, I inadvertently hurt your feelings in some way. Maybe you have resentments because you hired me with expectations of filling the pews and that didn't happen. Maybe there's resentment directed towards me because we had to sell our building. I want to invite you in the next few weeks to really go deep and honestly and find those places, whether they are small or large, of pain that I may have caused you. And it doesn't matter that my intention was never to cause harm. The point is, I may have. So I ask your forgiveness. And the reason, again, I'm asking it is because as we all rest in that state of forgiveness, of openness for just being in the energy of love, you're not going to carry that forward to whoever comes next. Because if you hold on to those little resentments, those are the lens through which you are going to interact with whoever comes next. Rev Ogun didn't remember my name. I'm going to see if that next person will. And if they don't, because we humans tend to be forgetful, then already you're like, no different. And that judgment, that resentment, that pain that I have caused you, you carry it forward into whoever's coming next. This community does not deserve that. This community deserves a wholesome container of love for whoever is going to step in next to this role of your spiritual leader. And I'm very aware that the only way that can happen is by forgiving me for the pain I have caused you. You don't have to tell me about it, but I'd love for you to step into the next level of being brave and call me up or shoot me an email and let me know how I have inadvertently hurt you so that I can forgive myself for doing it, so that I can reach out to you and let you know individually that I love you, that I'm sorry, that I want you to forgive me, that I am so very grateful that you were part of my life in the last 6 years. If that sounds familiar, I'm inviting you into some Ho'oponopono right now. You guys remember Ho'oponopono? That process of saying, of holding the intention, of believing, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. It is a process of clearing the negative energy, the negative space. And this is not about confrontation. This is about reconciliation. This is about moving forward with clean, open hearts. So this is a huge task of which I'm asking you. At the beginning, we heard these amazing musicians talk about self-doubt and self-criticism. Trust me, I can look back on the 6 years I've been here and come up with a long list of things that I wish I had done differently or done better. So this time of Lent, I'm going to be spending forgiving myself. I want to invite you into that as well. This community deserves to be a place of true reconciled love for whoever becomes your next spiritual leader. to help you out with that, I also want to make sure that you remember that Martha Creek, she's got 2 more calls left that you can join her. It's going to be February 25th at 10 a.m. That's Thursday. And then Sunday, February 28th at 6 p.m. And she's creating a special releasing ritual for you all to participate in. And perhaps this might be the time where you specifically let go of some of these pieces of pain within you that I may have caused. This might be the last greatest challenge in work that I'm inviting us all into. But I have no doubts that you're up for it. And once again, I want you all to invite all those folks that you know that you're still connected to, who you know are in those places of resentment and anger around things I've done or said, because they too are still connected to this community. Their energy is still informing this community. And you'll see some of them come back after I'm gone, and that's perfectly okay. But it's important that we all be present in love and forgiveness, not resentment. So that's your homework this week. Spend some time in the quiet with an open, honest heart, finding those places of pain, if you have them, that I may have caused. And begin the process of simply being willing to allow yourself to let them dissipate in the loving arms of forgiveness. Not for me, but for you and for this community. And if you want to reach out and connect with me, I'm here. You know where to find me. You know how to reach me. And I will sit and I will listen. And I will open my heart. And I will receive. So that we may part as friends. We may part in love. So that's my invitation today. And in doing so, we're going to lay it all down so that we can celebrate. And there's no better song to do that than Lay Down My Burdens. So take it away, Lynn.
I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. And I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I'm gonna give myself to spirit. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna give myself to spirit. Down by the riverside, and I ain't gonna study war no more. No, I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. study war no more. I ain't gonna 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 study war no more. Gonna study war no more. Well, I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no
Can I get an amen? There you go. Nicely done. Nicely done. A few announcements before we wrap up. The CAST book study is still ongoing. You can still drop in. Information on that is unityontheriver.org/classes. And I will be starting a meditation practices class. I'm actually doing this with Unity of Chapel Hill in North Carolina. Way back in the day when I lived in that area, I spent a lot of time speaking there and teaching there. They're doing an SEE week from March 22nd to the 26th. That's spiritual education and enrichment classes. So they asked me to come to a meditation class, and I should say do it over Zoom. So that's March 22nd to 26th, 7 to 9 p.m. over Zoom. So you can be wherever you want to be. And a link to that and how to register for that will be on our classes page as well. I mentioned the Congregation Dialogues with Martha Creek, February the 25th, 10 a.m. and February the 28th, 6 p.m. Please, this is going to be a powerful releasing ritual. Hope you can all attend. Invite all the people that you know that have ever been connected with Unity on the River and still think of it as their spiritual home, and whatever reasons they're no longer participating, invite them to this so you can really have some clean energy moving forward. As always, still open to folks who want to serve on our board. Let the board know at board15@unityontheriver.org if you're interested in being part of the leadership team that helps move the community forward as some of our current members are beginning to approach the end of their terms. And if you are watching this Sunday morning and it's not 11 o'clock yet, please join us at 11 a.m. on Zoom for a time of connection or Zoom hospitality. All the information is on our website. To get the Zoom links, we're going to have prayer chaplains there who can go in breakout rooms and pray one-on-one with you, board members as well. Also, another opportunity to connect will be Wednesdays, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. midweek meditation and meetup. Wednesday night especially, we're going to be spending a little more time into the releasing and the Lent and some guided meditation. As always, please sign up for a newsletter or text alerts to get reminders of these things. If you've not signed up for a text alert yet, text UOTR to 313131. And as always, thank you for your continual donations and investment in our spiritual community. Number of ways you can donate: unityontheriver.org/donate. You can donate with a credit card there. You can mail a check to 14 Cedar Street, Suite 203 in Amesbury, and easily text from your phone. Set it up by text and give, GIVE, to 833-702-4337. That's it for today and for the announcements. Let us conclude today's service as we always do, energetically joining hands and hearts across space and time. There's only one, as we sing, let there be peace on earth.
Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Let peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other. Perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me.
And our prayer for protection, the light of God surrounds us.
We are the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
We are the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
We are
the power of God.
God.
The presence of God watches over us.
We are the
Presence of God.
All together, wherever we are, God is.
And
And
all
all is well. And we
We
are
are
richly
richly
blessed. Namaste. Good
Thank
to
you.
see you at 11.
Peace and love.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.